So now we're going both layers. Welcome back. I'm gonna keep saying it now.
Welcome back
To the 20-point something episode.
20.4.
20.4, yeah, but it is the third or the fourth. It's the fourth now with regards to the series Road to the World Cup. Road to the World Cup.
Oh my God.
Everything 360 VR. We're doing the regular Zoom recording situation. We are doing a little bit of everything. We're doing cheers on Common Desk. Okay.
Shout out to Common Desk. That's where we are now in the beautiful podcast studio, as you can see, at the Ion Common Desk in Houston.
So the first three things that we're going to do is shout out, shout out, shout out. The second shout out goes to Premium, the Premium Advantage. Some people may say, what is the Premium Advantage anyway?
What is the Premium Advantage anyway?
It is a concept. It is a concept, right? It's a concept that is managed by Premium Multi-Service LLC, okay? This is a business that's been active since 2005. If you're interested in doing your tax preparations, either in office or online, they have access all year long. It is something that you can use as a tool to prepare your taxes, to get lower cost insurance. And if you're interested in starting a business, if you're interested in doing a business or something along the lines of entrepreneurship, we have special memberships for you. So go check out the website, thepremiumadvantage.com. Enjoy the channel. And on top of that, we have a YouTube channel that we give you good, cool information on how to go tell you. Yeah, I know.
Oh my
I know. Throw it on top! And now we have our co-host, Jacinto.
What's up, everybody in Flatland and everybody in 3D land?
All right, and our guest for today, our international soccer correspondent, Mr. Gabriel Zambrano. Woo! Check it out. Oh, we can't hear you. What happened? The sound went away. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, good.
Turn it up all the way.
All the way.
Full blast. We want them in full stereo surround sound.
All right. Boom.
Turn on your speakers all the way. Full blast.
All right, cool. So, welcome back to the episode, sir. This is your fourth visit. Is that correct?
I think officially, I think this is my third. Was the first one?
It's a test. Yeah, it's a test. Correct. Cool. Okay, well, last time we did a couple of predictions. We went through groups A, B, and F for some reason. We switched, we jumped, I don't know why. But that's what is in the notes. And then when I look back, maybe I heard it wrong. But if you're going to look back, check it out. But right now, the regular order for the groups for the World Cup will be for us to go through A, B, now C, and D to have a nice little 20-minute conversation about these two teams. Were you able to hear what I said?
Well, actually, we can talk about the teams.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you may want to tell Jacinto, because Jacinto doesn't know much about soccer. There's these next 10 days, coming from last Tuesday. It's called International Soccer Day. International Soccer. It's an International Soccer Day, which means that all the countries will play. Some of them will play friendly, or in the case of Europe, they're playing what they call it the Nations Cup.
The Nations
Cup. Tell me about this.
It's a concept. It was created by former FIFA. This is a new concept that they are doing. In Europe right now, they're playing games, but it's called the Nations Cup.
Okay. So, I'm interested in hearing about the World Cup and how we build up this competition. I'm not interested in hearing people getting hurt or right before, unless somebody did get hurt, and then that's going to change the fact of your predictions before. So with regards to the friendly games, I don't really want to spend too much time spending friendly games that are not going to give me anything. And maybe somebody gets hurt, and then it's like, But if it's a competition where it's going to get your players up higher, and I do want to hear a little bit about that.
Well, can you explain to people like me what's the real difference between a friendly game and a non-friendly game? Is that what you would call it?
Competition.
Yeah. So what's the difference?
Same.
Prestige.
Okay.
Is that how they say it?
Roberto was saying he doesn't want to know about the friendly games. Au contraire, my friend.
All right, tell me about the friendly games.
You want to know about the friendly game, right? Because the people, the players that make the soccer team for your country, you want to see them play together.
Gotcha.
For instance, you want to see from the United States, you want to see Weston McKennie. He plays at Juve in Italy. Yeah, you want to see Christian Pulisic. Pulisic.
Okay.
Great soccer player.
Okay.
Gio Reyna. His dad used to play for the United States. Now he plays in Germany.
Okay.
But he plays for the United States. But if you don't see them playing together as a team, what do you expect them? What do you expect them to do at the World Cup? So yes, a friendly game, it is very important because the head coach, he can use tactics and techniques. He can use players. Let's say that a vital player gets injured. You need to have your plan B. Who's going to play? How are you going to play it? So yes, a friendly game, it is very important.
Got it.
At the end, very, very, very close to the World Cup, what happened is that some of the players, they get too relaxed because it's what it is. It's a friendly game. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I don't know if you guys ever watch Friends. Joey's opinion. Mm-hmm. It's more. Now, at the end of it's a friendly game. It doesn't matter. So you want to have as much competition as you can. That's why in Europe they're playing the Nations Cup.
Got it. Friendly little game to get to see how everybody plays before the World Cup.
Well, Ecuador play Saudi Arabia. Oh. They play yesterday actually.
How'd it go?
It was a tie. 0-0.
Okay.
But it was a great game. It was a very good game. If you want to talk about scoring, I think we can be worried about scoring.
Okay. What's the score?
We haven't scored that many goals for the past 4 games.
Gotcha.
But
how many games would you say that you'll feel comfortable if they scored? How many more games does each team gets in from here to then?
I think they're going to play 2 more games. They're not going to play more.
Oh, okay. How many more games? How many goals would you say will make you feel comfortable? Like if they score this many goals, that way we can start chanting, "Hey, man, we need this many goals for you to." And then maybe they have a goal in mind for the goals.
Well, you never want to have. I mean, you can never say 10 goals is enough. 20 goals is enough.
Okay, sure.
You wanna see how the team is playing. Am I happy how Ecuador is playing? Of course I am. They're very good. Okay. I mean, the core players. If you substitute half of the team, the team still is playing very good because they're a whole now, and that's what team is about. That you can substitute, 2 or 3 players, and the whole team does not change the idea of playing.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yes, I'm very happy with it.
Okay.
What happened? Let's see. We were going to talk about, I think it was Group B, remember?
C. Let's go to C if possible.
Now hold on, Gabriel, can you go back? I still, y'all use the word friendly like it's no big deal, but to me, that word doesn't make sense to me. So can you explain what exactly, like in a friendly game, do they not go as hard? Are they not running fast? Are they not tackling? Like what is a friendly game?
It's a relaxed game. It's a game where you are experimenting. You are trying any technique. For instance, a friendly game, Jacinto plays goalkeeper. But in a friendly game, I want to use him as a number 9. I'm going to use it as a defense.
You wanted to take risks and change.
Yes, you take all the risk you can. You try everything you can because it doesn't matter. It's just a friendly game. It could be Ecuador versus United States. It could be played in United States. A friendly can be played in Ecuador, or a friendly can be played in a neutral place. Like for instance, Ecuador plays Saudi Arabia. They played in Murcia. They played in Spain.
Okay, so it would be like an exhibition game.
It's an exhibition game. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Cool. So that makes more sense now.
Nice bridging barrier, by the way, in that communication with regards to friendly, exhibition, and because a lot of people that's a good clarification. Now we understand. Exhibitions.
Like seriously, as y'all were talking right now, every time y'all said friendly, it would go over my head. I was like, what are y'all talking about? So I'm glad for that clarification. It makes more sense to me.
Cool.
Yeah. Exhibition games, yes.
Yes, good stuff. Now we clarify 2 things. We're calling it soccer for sure, and exhibition games. Clarify. Bam.
And usually, when I call it, they call it it's FIFA. We call it FIFA date. Okay, FIFA date means that all the countries in the world they play. Some of the league they will stop, and some of them will continue their own league. It doesn't matter if players are in their country. For instance, Argentina played yesterday in Miami against Honduras, but their country league they're still playing. Ecuador played yesterday in Spain. Our league is suspended until next week.
Okay. Oh, now I'm getting a reference about what's happening. Everybody's getting riled up. The countries are getting organized. They're playing different little exhibition games. This is stuff that I'm missing because I've been working on the episode so we can share it with other information. So I appreciate you giving us this summary. This is great.
Let me give you another example why the exhibition games are so important.
Okay.
Do you know? Let me put it this way. Do you know how many years it takes you to qualify to the World Cup?
3.
It takes you about 2.5 years.
2.5. Oh, I got it close.
Okay.
Why 2.5?
Yeah. Because the competition. Let's say the World Cup ends in December, right? Then you have 6 months, and then you start preparing your games, because you don't play every month. You can't. You play every 2 or 3 months. So it takes you about 24 to 30 months, approximately.
Why can't you play every month? I don't understand.
Because then you're killing the players. Jacinto, let me put it this way. I mean, the players are going to be exhausted. The players that are in Europe, they play at the same time. They play 3 competitions. They play the Champions League, right? Which is a top 2 teams from every country. They play each other. That's the Champions League. That's the cup with the most prestige in the world as a club. Then you have your league from your country, right? It means that you play at the top level. And usually there's a third league, which involves from lower tier teams. Okay? So you're playing maybe in a week, you're playing twice, sometimes 3 times a week. Okay? So if you want a player to play for your team, for your country, where are you gonna slot him in the week?
Well,
you can.
I don't I kind of disagree with you on. I don't understand because I played college football and we would play soccer for fun. When we weren't playing, we would play soccer for fun. After a big game, the very next day, we would play pickup basketball for fun. Like I think they're as professional athletes, they can handle it. No.
No, because they're very exhausted.
He hasn't. I don't perceive. Maybe there's once we watch more games. I used to play, right, and so I would understand definitely not wanting to play 4 times, but I would like play once a week, and I'm like fine for the week.
Once a week?
Yeah, for sure. As for fun, and then if you're playing 2, 3, all right. I mean, they're pretty fit. But then you can also, by the way, there's injuries, right? You can hurt yourself. The more you play, you can hurt yourself, which actually happened to me. I hurt my knee. I can't really play anymore. So that if you add that extra layer, not only are you tiring out the players, so you're not getting such a good game, that you run the risk of injuring them as well. So there's a lot of reasons. And then on top of that, it's a celebration for every 4 years. So that's why they don't press the fact that, we don't have to play them every week. It's just every other time so that we can play it every 4 years.
And then practice time too, right?
Oh, on top of the practice.
Okay. So on average, 2 to 3 times a week is enough for a player.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So 2 to 3 times a week would be even.
No, it's too much.
It's too much.
You can have a player playing that many games because a player usually after a game, at the most they lose about maybe 8 pounds.
Yeah.
They're very dehydrated.
Right.
So if you make them play Wednesday, and then on a Sunday or a Monday, and then on a Thursday, he's gonna collapse. You can't have him play that much.
It's like an NFL game. Yeah.
That's why the qualifying for the World Cup, it takes you about 30 months.
And the difference between like baseball that they play every day or basketball how they play every other day is with soccer, it's constantly running, right?
Outside, longer field, less substitutions.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
Okay.
Well, this is what happened. I had a point. The point is, for about those 30 months,
Yeah.
you are going to be rotating players because sometimes players, they can't play. They are suspended. They're injured. Or maybe they just need a vacation. So during those 30 months, you're going to have an average of maybe from 30 to 45 players.
Okay.
And remember, you can only take 27.
Wow.
So you have to choose. So this is like a draft. No, from all the players that play, that help you qualify to the World Cup, you need to choose with your mind, not your heart, which player is in best shape right now. Not 2 years ago, not a year ago, not 6 months ago, right now. Because the World Cup, it's right now.
If someone gets injured during the World Cup, one of those 27 people, can you substitute and bring a different person in?
Yes, you have. Yes, you can.
Oh, that's good. So
those are called like alternate substitute, because those are emergency players. You have your 27 roster players that you're taking it there, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have maybe 4 or 5 that you have already submitted. So let's say that Roberto is number 29. Somebody
can I be 22? Can I be 22? I used to be.
I'll take 23.
He's on the next play.
Gotcha.
All right. So do you want to talk about Group C? This one you want to talk about?
Yeah. We got Group C and Group D. We have about maybe 6-7 minutes for the 25-minute mark. I don't know if that's enough, but we'll try.
Yeah, break down Group C. I know that Group C has Mexico. That's Group
C. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Tell me any particular interest in one of the teams that you feel is like, oh man, this team is really good, or not.
Yeah. So what are your picks besides Mexico? Obviously.
You're talking to Roberto, actually.
This is where it starts to get interesting. When the trash talk starts.
My pick is going to be Argentina and Poland.
Ah, okay. Argentina and
Poland. That's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Poland had anything besides potatoes. That's awesome. That's great.
Well, they have their best number 9 in the world right now.
Oh.
It's Robert Lewandowski.
Okay.
Awesome. I mean, if you want to see a player score goals, that's him. And actually, he owns the world record for scoring in the less amount of time 5 goals.
Wow. In the same game or in different games?
No, in the same game.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive.
Where like he scored one right at the end of one, and then he scored one right at the beginning, so it's like a 1 second.
Yeah, and then the game ended, and then the next game, the next day.
Yeah, he could have scored in 1 minute. Damn, let's do it back to back.
I think it took him about maybe from 12 to 15 minutes to score 5 goals.
Wow.
So why do you think Mexico sucks?
I don't think they have a very good coach. I don't
like it.
There's
smack about the coach.
Okay.
And their players, I think you have a couple of players that I can name, that I can tell you, you know what, they're really good.
Do we still have Memo Ochoa?
You know, Ochoa is a goalkeeper. He's 37 years old. He's going for his last World Cup. But you can name another players. For instance, you have Edson Alvarez. You have Andres Guardado. You know, he's very steady and a good player. Irving Lozano, he plays for Napoli. He plays in Italy. Raúl Jiménez, he plays for Wolverhampton in the Premier League.
So answer my question though. Why does Mexico suck in your assessment of Group C?
Why is it?
Their team as a whole, I don't like their game.
Okay.
It's kind of weak.
When is the next time they're playing?
And to be honest with you, Mexico, they don't have it as hard as other countries to qualify to the World Cup.
Oh, to qualify to the World Cup.
Oh, because less countries.
I thought you meant as a country. It sucks in Mexico just as bad.
No, I mean, they don't have it as hard as we do.
Yeah, no, I get you. So you said Number 1, Argentina. Number 2, Poland. Who's number 3?
Mexico.
Mexico, and Saudi Arabia is at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Awesome.
I mean, Saudi Arabia, they don't, you have maybe 2 or 3 players that actually play at the high level. But other than that, they don't perform well.
And the World Cup is special because you have to be from that country.
Yeah.
Right? That's to say, because Saudi Arabia, I'm sure, has a lot of money. They got that oil money if they wanted to. Right? But you got to be from that country, that's the difference.
What, to play for a country?
In the World Cup, you got to be from that country to play for that country, right?
Not necessarily. For instance, Mexico, they have Rogelio Funes Mori. He was born in Argentina, but he obtained the citizenship from Mexico.
So so you have to be a citizen. That's what I was saying. Okay.
And at the professional level, you cannot play for another country. At the youth level, like under 18, he could have played for another country. Like Roberto could have played for Cuba or Mexico, and then he can play for United States. He can choose.
That's good to know.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, Messi chose because Messi had he could have played for Spain or Argentina.
Interesting.
Isn't how old is Messi now? Isn't he older now?
30 now for sure.
35.
Okay. So and what's your limit at his position? 35, 37, 40 is too much?
I mean, you have, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, they're exceptional players. They're players that you don't see them getting drunk, smoking. They take care of their body. So you can actually see them playing 40, 41, 42 at the most, 41 at the most. I don't think they're going to play further than that.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Group D.
So
talk about Group D.
What are your picks for Group D?
We have France. What else we got? Denmark, Tunisia, and then Europe.
Europe.
Yeah, who's that?
Is it Austria?
Austria. I like Denmark and France.
Okay, right. You had mentioned France was one of the top contenders. Wow.
Yeah.
Denmark and France. Okay.
I mean, France has a team with a very, very young age. They're
right. You had mentioned that.
But the core players, they have 23, 25, 27 at the most. Oh, yes, you do have some senior players, 30, 32, or their goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris. I think he's like 36 right now.
Okay.
But the core players, they're very young. So they have a team for the long haul. So yeah, I'll pick France. Okay. Denmark, they're playing from the heart because I don't know if you know, but 2 years ago, Christian Eriksen, he suffered a heart attack.
Okay.
Wow, no pun intended. They're playing from the heart.
They brought him back on the field. They brought him back because he was dead. He was there for like 10 seconds.
Oh, wow.
They brought him back. Yeah. Yeah, he was. He had a heart attack.
What's his name?
Christian Eriksen.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, so they're, like you said, literally playing from the heart.
Yeah, they're gonna play from the heart. I mean, they're gonna qualify for the next round, but that's as much as they're gonna go.
You looking for a place? Okay, cool. We'll put the description of this particular play. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Okay. I mean, that was a wonderful summary. Did you have more? I'm still formulating questions from the last episode, and this ones that will come as we're getting more information. Nothing has come up. I haven't heard anything in particular with regards to any incidents that I can think of. I just wanted to make sure that we all got a summary. We're gonna put them on the notes. The virtual reality episode is up and going, and I put the notes on the crystal ball up top. If you don't know what it is, well check it out.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. If you have any questions, shoot.
I always have my weird questions because I didn't play soccer, so I have a question about the origin of soccer. Do you know where soccer originated?
Well, actually, it originated back in late 1800s. 1800 by Just Fontaine.
Oh, Just Fontaine.
And actually, that's
wow.
the name of the World Cup.
Oh, really?
The trophy is
his name is Just Fontaine. Really?
So when was this, and what is he? What is his nationality?
French.
So a French guy invented it.
Yeah.
Wow. So now what years did you say that was?
1800.
Late 1800.
Now I was Googling it because I just wanted to look this up and see, and I found that something here says that some records date back that more than 2,000 years ago in ancient China, Greece, Rome, and parts of Central America said that they started it over 2,000 years ago. I feel like it also the sport that the Mayans used to play, like that. I feel like that's like a beginning,
like a segue game kind of.
Yeah. I'm wondering like how far deep into like native culture did somebody bounce a ball on their head? You know, like, do you know that answer?
No, actually.
No, I don't know how the natives did their ball thing.
I mean, I've never gone that deep. I don't think it's helpful for me right now. I mean, who invented it? It's not going to change what I think about soccer. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be resented and I'm going to be like, oh yeah, whoever invented it.
Okay. See, that's the stuff that goes through my head when I'm looking at it. I always like to peel the layers back and just like think about it, like because I got to see Have you ever seen the Mayan game played?
Yeah, of course.
Like live.
Yeah, some of them.
I got to see that. I got to see that in Mexico. They set it up, the whole court, and they set it up, and then I found it fascinating how the rules are really similar to soccer. And I wonder who. I'm guessing it was that French dude maybe that saw some people doing that and came up with the idea, and then started to come up with the rules. And I just find it fascinating that the first person to put together like rules and lines and is French.
Actually, if you ask people around, they're gonna tell you that soccer was invented in England.
Oh,
I mean, what can we say about history? We weren't born, back in 1800s. We can only rely on the information that is official. So maybe the Mayans invented soccer. I have no doubts. But at the same time, they didn't write it. It's not official. I think it's kind of like Einstein and Tesla, maybe. It's going to be on that debate. We can only rely on the information that is written. Who invented it? The English people. They invented it back in 1860s, 1870s. And Just Fontaine, he actually I was wrong. Just Fontaine, the cup is named after Just Fontaine because he was the one who scored the most goals in a World Cup. Okay. Until maybe about in Brazil 2014. German player Miroslav Klose, he broke that record.
Wow. Okay.
The thing is that Just Fontaine, I think he only needed one World Cup with 13 goals.
Oh wow.
Man,
let's name this cup after this guy.
Wow. I think he needed 4 or 5 World Cups.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Intriguing. I'm learning a lot. Learning a lot. Okay. Cool. Did you have any more questions? We'll get into that 25-minute mark. Oh, we're at the 25-minute mark, guys. All right, cool.
I always got questions, but we're going to do this again.
We'll save it for next week. Schedule around the same time. We're going to have 2 versions of the episode, the regular 2D, and we'll have the virtual reality. Okay? So, if you guys have comments, if you guys have questions, shoot them through. Let us know what you think, and then we'll go from there. All right. Have a good evening. Or have a good afternoon, I guess. Yeah.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thanks, man. See you later.
Great seeing you.
You too, man. You too. See you.